Are people born wicked? Or do they have wickedness thrust upon them? You're green.
I am.
The sets of Wicked are so beautifully made and so colorful. Did you ever go, like, after a hard day's work? The outside world is so great. Can we just have a sleepover in here?
Stepping outside of the world of Wicked, everything is so utterly boring in comparison. Like, especially because we filmed in London in the UK. So you'd like come out of this wonderful set, you'd take off your like rainbow dresses and your gorgeous headpieces, and then you'd get into like a cab and then go to like a grey block of flats or like a really boring hotel, and I'm like, I'd much rather just stay on set. I'll sleep on a bench, I don't mind.
The sets are so big and everything is like, the props are so huge.
Oh, it's beautiful.
If you had like a shrink ray, what would you shrink and take home as a souvenir?
Oh, you know what? If I could shrink anything and have it just as like a pocket-sized version for me, the Wizard's hot air balloon. There's like a big scene, not to spoil or anything, but there's a big scene where Elphaba and Glinda kind of go up in this hot air balloon, and it's this giant thing, and it's all like red and white stripes and a bit, you know, P.T. Barnum, a bit circusy looking. So I'd definitely nick that.
Ariana Grande's character, Galinda, gets rid of one of her letters, like of a courtesy, and just calls her Glinda.
Yeah.
If you could get rid of a letter from your character's name, what would you get rid of?
I'd get rid of the, like, last syllable of both. So she'd just be, instead of being called Chen Chen, she'd be called Ch. And then she could just do that to everyone, like, Ch.
Which fits perfectly with your character.
Of course.
She's like so mean.
She's awful.
Did you have to apologise after each take?
Do you know what? There was this really beautiful, poignant scene where Cynthia, it's at this big Ozdust ballroom, and everyone's kind of pointing and laughing at Cynthia playing Elphaba, and it's this huge moment where she's really ostracised, she's not got a friend in the world, and she's crying, and Glinda's crying, and I had to be like, I'm really sorry. You're like a perfect human. This makes no sense for me to be pointing and laughing. And you have to kind of just put yourself back in your brain of being like, this isn't Bronwyn doing this to Cynthia, this is Shen Shen doing this to Elphaba. Bronwyn loves Cynthia, and that's fine. But you know what? And at the end of it, it was wonderful to watch because she had so much heart and so much soul in that performance. It was a massive honour being in the room for that scene.
As a goodie, Elphaba gets to fly, like Cynthia Erivo's character. Did you also have the chance to fly? Did you like ask them, like, can you wire up me, please, just for the fun of it?
The only time I went flying is when I fell down the stairs in my heels. I cannot say that I would have trusted myself enough to be like, yeah, let me go on the wires and stuff, because if I can fall down the stairs over a heel that's that big, I don't know if you'd want me defying gravity.
Someone needs to tell the wizard that the animals are in trouble.
That's why we have a wizard. Because no one... What? Because no one should be laughed at. Or scorned. Or told to keep quiet.
The title is Wicked, so you can make a lot of bad puns. Was there ever a penalty if you made like bad puns on that set? Because it would have been so obvious, so easy, so dad jokey.
If there was a penalty made for everyone that made a wicked pun, we would all be like paupers by now. There was, I mean, after every single day that we'd like do a big dance scene or something, you know, they'd gather all the dancers round, all the cast round, and they'd play a song called Wicked. And it always makes me think of Ali G. And it was like, wicked, 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 wicked. And then you'd have all the dancers going crazy and like, that was me dancing. But like going crazy in the middle and doing dances and stuff. And then someone inevitably would grab a mic and be like, oh, well, there's no rest for the wicked. Oh, that was wickedly good. And I'm like, I despise puns. Really, it's just wickedly awful.
And as a last question, because this is a movie about singing, or there's a lot of part of it of singing, what's your go-to karaoke song?
I'm so glad you asked. It depends what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm doing it with my mum, Hazel, it's Rawhide. And so that I can do the move 'em up, move 'em out, that one. Or Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just something I can like scream down a microphone to. Anytime I get to like shout, with amplification. It's great.
You know what's also a lot of fun? Bohemian Rhapsody, because you can involve the audience.
The audience, and it goes on for long enough that you can really get on people's nerves.
Yes.
Which is my goal.